if I had bad credit and I wanted to start a business and I wanted to try to get up to $50,000 in funding for my business, these are the top three secured credit cards that I would look at. That's the Amazon secured credit card, the US Bank secured credit card, and the Bank of America secured credit card. All right. Those are the three cards. Now, let me tell you actually how to fund them when you actually have bad credit, but you have income coming in. There's two ways for you to fund these here cards, all right? When you have bad credit, but you still have an active checking account and income coming in, the two ways for you to fund these cards, I would look for a tribal lender that does not report my loan on my personal credit. And the reason I don't want them reporting my loan on the personal credit, because it's going to push up my DTI, my debt to income ratio. Okay, so I would look for lenders that loan at least up to $5,000. All right, and so those type of lenders usually going to be like your subprime lenders, like your tribal lenders. All right, so like with Viva Payday Loan, with and they may charge a higher interest rate. Hard payday loans, these lenders, their interest rate usually starts at like 5.99 and go up to, I think it's 35.99 or something like that, right? But the best part about it, because you have an active checking account, you have regular income, you can be on disability to get these type of loans. So you can be on government benefits to get these type of loans. But the main purpose of going after these loans is to fund your secured cards, because those three cards, those going to show up as primaries on your personal credit. Okay, not only that, there's more to it. Like I said, trying to build yourself up to where you're able to get up to $50,000 in business funding. All right, so it doesn't matter if these here cards graduate. You don't care about them graduating. You just don't want those subprime secured cards like Progressive, like Allied. You don't want those subprime secured cards. You want these here bank secured cards. Amazon, US Bank, Bank of America. All right. So the reason I'm telling you that, let's just say that with that tribal lender, all right, that was one of the lenders. Also, you can, like I said, if you work in a job, you can file tax exempt for 3 to 4 months using the W-4 form. And that'll give you a boost of income as well to help you pay down your bills and stuff. Or again, using that money to fund these secured credit cards. And this is very important. I know most people want to do it at the minimum. Like Amazon, they're like $100 to start with. All right, US Bank secured card, they start at about $300. Bank of America, they start at about $200 or $300. However, you don't want those low limits, right? You don't want those low limit primaries showing up on your credit profile. That's the reason why I'm telling you to either file the W-4 or get a tribal lender loan that would give you up to $5,000. I have some of the lenders on my website. You can click the link in the description to go check them out. Now, again, the reason why you want those three primary trade lines showing up, one with Amazon, and people don't even know this. This is a hack. If you already have an Amazon card, okay, and you have not, it's a secured card and it never graduated. Now, you have to ask yourself, do I want to lose my history? Okay, now this is going to be the hard choice for you. All right, do I want to lose my history? But I'm going to tell you how to get your history back. So with the Amazon secured card, minimum is $100. All right, let's just say you done had this card for a couple years and then never graduated, right? So then what you can do is close that card out. You're going to close that card out. Then you're going to reapply, okay? When you reapply, they're going to pull your TransUnion. More likely, you're probably going to get a higher limit credit card, unsecured credit card. And the reason is because you already built that relationship with them. Now, here's the reason why I'm focusing on Amazon at the moment. Like I said, if you're looking to build a business, this is definitely a leveraging tool. So with the Amazon secured card, turn it into an unsecured card, all right, or store card. What happens is that you're already in Amazon's system. So what happens, what just recently happened, I should say, U.S. Bank is supplying the business credit cards for Amazon now. U.S. Bank, they use a FICO 9. They're either going to pull your TransUnion FICO 9 or your Experian FICO 9. Depends on the region of the country. Now, the reason I say that is because since it's a FICO 9 scoring, that Amazon secured card, they're not going to penalize you for that secured card. However, since you're with Amazon and it's a co-partner, when you go and as you continue to build up your credit, getting your credit up to at least a 680, then what ends up happening is that when you apply for the U.S. Bank business credit card from Amazon, you more likely are going to get a higher limit, okay? And so that's the reason why the Amazon secured card for number one is most important, all right? Plus, with U.S. Bank, when they give you a business credit card, they give you actual checks for you to transfer the balance into your checking account. So that's number one. Then I was telling you about the U.S. Bank secured card, right? Now, remember the $5,000 I told you about? That $5,000, what you want to do, you want to break it up into three categories. So again, Amazon secured card, U.S. Bank secured card, and Bank of America. So that way, those three primaries, they're not showing a couple $100. They're showing $1,000 or more. This is better, okay? It's better for the system. It's better for your credit, all right? This is a leveraging tool. Now, that being said, U.S. Bank, going back to U.S. Bank, with U.S. Bank, here's their situation, all right? They're going to put TransUnion or Experian, right? We already know they'll do it on the business side. Even when you join U.S. Bank, not only will they offer you a secured card, if you're with them for at least a year and you didn't have any overdrafts, they offer you a loan with bad credit, okay? It's like a payday loan with bad credit, all right? So they'll offer you that loan. I think it's up to $500. Now, you're in U.S. Bank ecosystem, right? So you're in their ecosystem two ways, through Amazon and through the traditional U.S. Bank. So you're already in their ecosystem. There's a third way that you're going to get into U.S. Bank ecosystem, and that's through Elan Financial. Now, why do you want to deal with Elan Financial? Because they're the sister company to U.S. Bank, and they use a FICO 9 scoring as well. So that way, let's just say U.S. Bank, and you applied for the U.S. Bank business credit card. They only gave you, let's just say they only gave you $15,000. Well, since you're in their ecosystem, now you can apply for Elan Financial business card as well. And let's just say they gave you another $25,000, right? So now you see what I mean about building up off of these secured cards? Because I'm putting you in their ecosystem. So that way you're already in their ecosystem. Now, I know some of you all are wondering, well, what's up with Bank of America? Well, here's the thing about it with Bank of America. Bank of America offers the secured card, all right? That's one, All right. However, if you've been banking with Bank of America and you haven't had any overdrafts, Bank of America will also give you a personal loan. All right. It's a low limit loan. I think it's like 500 or 1,000. However, they'll give you that even with bad credit. Now, again, you can use that loan to actually fund your secured card. So you can do it that way as well. So if you're not getting approved for the tribal lender, you can actually use the loan from Bank of America as well as with US Bank and use that money to get that primary on your credit profile from taking out a loan with them. All right. Now, there's also something else that Bank of America has. Like I said, because we're building up to get business funding. Bank of America has a business secured card as well. I think the minimum is like $1,000, right? This is great because now you're in Bank of America's ecosystem. You have the Bank of America loan that they gave you if you already been banking with them and you didn't have any overdrafts, right? They gave you a loan, okay, and they don't even report that loan on the credit. So you use that loan to do your secured credit card, right? So you're already in their ecosystem. Then you use that money to also leverage to get a business secured card, right? So you're in their ecosystem. You're deep embedded in their ecosystem, all right? This is why I say it's certain secured cards you can leverage not only to help you on a personal side, but also on the business side, all right? Now, here's the key. When you get these secured cards, make sure you only use maximum. I would say if you can keep it under 10%, for at least 90 days. 10% utilization for at least 90 days on all three of those primaries. What's going to happen? You're going to see your credit score. You're going to see your credit score jump up between 75 to almost 100 points just by those primaries staying under 10% and making sure that you make your payments on time. So we haven't even talked about authorized users or anything. Now, I wanted to circle back because there's something else that I wanted to talk to you about. Remember I said closing that Amazon secured card and it has history on it. And I told you there's a way to get the history back. The way that you get the history back is that what you would have to do if you're paying rent, then you can sign up for the rent programs to get history back. You got eCredible, and again, that's on my website. You can use that to help get history from utilities and stuff like that, right? You can add authorized users. So adding authorized users, we help with that as well to help you get history on your credit file also. Okay, so now you have 3 ways to actually get history on your credit file, which is actually going to give you leveraging, okay? Because aging, especially if you're going for loans and stuff, it's very important to have good aging on the file, all right? So now you know how to get in Amazon's ecosystem, plus you're going to get in US Bank's ecosystem, and you're getting in Bank of America's ecosystem, all right? So I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.